engine.
Okay, so good evening and welcome to my lap HOWTO for the Global MX-5 Cup for Limerock, the full course. This track, I believe, is going to be, and this car is going to be used in the 2019 Season 4, Week 3 fixed setup series. So I figured I would do a how-to on this for anyone looking for that. Probably not the only one. So generally, this is a fixed setup race. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of laps in the baseline setup, which should be your fixed setup for this. And then I'm actually going to run the same thing with a custom setup I've got. And hopefully kind of show the differences between the two with regard to speed. So I think this setup, the fixed baseline actually starts you off with 5.3 gallons of fuel, so it's a little bit more. But let's run a couple of laps here and see what we come up with. Now I have done a couple before I started the recording, so it looks like I was down to a 59.4. So I'm going to take it pretty easily around here so that we don't mess up my tires too bad, and maybe use a little bit of fuel. So Limerock is a very, very short track, and you know, it's not a big speed track. It's actually ideally suited for the MX-5. You know, a lot of races are run here with the MX-5, especially at the rookie level. And the full course, I really kind of like. It's not too difficult and not too bad. The one with the chicane right here at the top of the hill, I really do not like. But let's go ahead and get our speed going. All right, so I'm going to do a lap. Okay, so keeping to the right-hand side, heading towards the bridge, you're going to brake about the one marker if you can. Hard braking, down to third. Follow the line that best suits your style, really, through there. You just want to keep that speed up. So I follow this through. And if you do it right, you actually can get on the gas really quick through this turn. Almost full throttle, heading towards the hill back here. Just a little bit of brake to set the car if you need it. Be careful over the hill. It can get squirrely if you get air. A little bit of brake. Not much. Ever so slightly. Staying right here in fourth. Upshift to fifth. Get back on the throttle as you feel good about it. So this is probably going to be a mid 59 here.
59.699.
I usually take the tight line through here, sacrificing a little bit of speed so I can get back on the throttle for turn, I guess that's 3 or 4, whatever they're counting it as. Very little braking there. Car kicked a little bit. Yeah, if you take ideal lines, you can almost do this with just about no. Yeah, see, that was, let's see if we can keep this advantage coming down the straight. Yeah, there it is. A little bit.
59.345.
So we'll go around one more time. Some guys will actually downshift going through here. I generally don't. And depending on how you get through, really and truly, turn 3 there and turn 4, that complex can make or break a lap, as can this hill, as you can see. Main thing, you don't want to get out there and catch the grass. And I know guys that upshift to 5th. That's what I like to do. But some guys stay in 4th all the way through that last turn until they're there. So there you go, that's an extra 10th. 59.229. So let's look at that in replay here. So we'll go back and let's look at the lap. That's 59.2 with the baseline set up. Back this up a little bit. And let's look at it from the chase view. So as you can see, we're going right down and pretty much almost right at that 1 marker there. Right before it, start your braking. Kind of a double apex here, apex 1 and apex 2. This has a variety of lines that you can take, whatever feels comfortable. Some people swing out, some people don't. But definitely whatever it takes to get back on the throttle through there. Definitely use the whole track. And heading into this, just a little bit of brake, set the car. Watch that bump at the top. Same here, a little bit of brake, set the car. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Upshift, hit that apex, easy on that. Don't get out in that dirt. That will definitely spin you. So there you go. That is getting you to 59.2, which I imagine you could probably do a little bit faster with the fixed setup. Now, what I'm going to do now is I have a setup that I've run before that I believe I can do a 57 in. And there's a lot of different changes and whatnot, but I'm going to run this at the 2-gallon mark. So there's also a definitive change in the amount of fuel. But let's try running this and see if how. All right, so let's see. Let's not kill our. Let's not kill our tires. And let's see. So we'll go ahead and get on the gas going up the hill here. So that's one thing about this car is that you get a good setup and it really does turn really well. And I think that's the biggest change when it comes between the advanced global MX-5 Cup race and the rookie one. Is that you can get those setups from a variety of places and you can just really throw this car through the turns, really get back on the throttle. And above all, you can set your amount of fuel that you need, because this car really doesn't need that kind of fuel for running at Limerock. So immediately we've got about 2/10 with this setup, which should bring us right down
59.037.
Yeah, see, this setup has a good amount of oversteer in it, too. It gets really loose. And I think that's what I'm running into now. Actually going to keep my foot pretty much into it there. And see, I made up a couple of tenths just doing that. Let's see if we can get in a decent lap here.
59.358.
So a lot of people will actually I don't know I'm actually throwing together a good lap here. The other thing is that you definitely can get a tow going down the front straight from guys, so
.296.
yeah, see, I don't think that I'm... And there's a wreck.
You got wheel damage.
Yeah, to say the least. So there you go. I mean, I really wasn't driving any different. The main difference really here is the amount of fuel you can put in. The car, depending on the amount of fuel, handles a little bit differently. That was spectacular. So, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. If you want to run an open setup MX-5, the Advanced Global MX-5 Cup, yeah, you have a lot of options. There are a lot of things that make the car certainly more agile around these curves. So you can definitely get down into the 57s and 58s. The main thing really is that it's the same lines and everything. It's just how well you're able to take those curves. So I would say, yeah, depending on how good you are at it, easily get into the 57s, 58s, and you do get a really good tow on the small back straight and even especially down the front straight, passing guys that will help your lap times and certainly doing qualifying and race, you'll get much different times really depending on how well you are at it. So there you go. Like I said, for the fixed setup race, low 59s, high 58s are probably what you should expect as a single car. Um, and hopefully this will be useful next week if anyone watches the video and checks it out. So with that, I'm going to close this out. And there it is. There's the end card. So if you're liking the channel, watching the videos, like, subscribe, and hopefully we'll be putting plenty of these out there for you. And thanks for watching.